I choose always a positive out of the negative, so that always assists me into being able to move forward.
You're not going to beat violence with violence. You know what I mean? That's why I've got to sit down and talk. And if they don't listen to the elders, who are they going to listen to?
I think if we continue to support the way we're doing, like this group, if that was, if you had more groups like that in communities, it would be empowering for the women and for their children to give them that power to be able to, say no.
I'm looking at the bigger picture, not just why it's happening to me, but why is it happening to the other people around me? What is making them act or react in that particular way? And what is my role in that? Is because whilst I'm never to blame when it comes to violence that's perpetrated against me, I still have a role with that person. And if there's things that I can do that I need to do to keep me safe, then they're the things that I need to look at for myself, my children, or anyone else around me.
For me, the objective was not just to survive, but to change.
Own your own actions and own your own emotions. That's a journey I've had to go through, and not blame others. I'm happy to take responsibility for my action, and I'm not going to take responsibility for yours. I just tried to understand it, where my husband was coming from and where my parents were coming from when I was a child, and and then to think of my part in that when I'm older, what I might be doing to add to the dysfunction of the relationship.
Straight away I said, see violence, you don't handle violence with violence, because that's how it ends up.
We try to get them to not blame their parents, because there was something wrong there in the first place.
And a lot of kids today don't respect their elders or their mother or anybody. So that's the beginning of it, I think. Yeah. If you haven't got that little respect there, even if it's only a little tiny bit.
And if we get strategies and programs into preschool and in the early years at primary school, teaching them about being safe and looking after their bodies, and their body is their body, and that sort of stuff. And I think that in future generations it might take away most of the family violence or the violence that occurs.
If a child has at least one person in their life that they can count on to be strong for them and look after them and they feel safe with, they have a bit of a chance that they can change it around for themselves.
I have a good sense of who I am and a sense of belonging. For those that Aboriginal people don't have that, the avenue of violence is there.
It's got to be a family community thing. It can't be a one-out thing.
Sometimes the community is afraid to open up. They're scared because they're put into that situation. They're not. If they learn and understand, maybe they will be the leaders and go out and avenge to the other families. So we've got to do that as a whole.
My greatest wish as an Aboriginal woman is that my people be healed, men, women and children, from all the things that we have had done to us and the things that we do to others. So we can all live in peace and harmony and love together, because that's who we are as a people.
And I guess if it learnt the one primary thing out of family violence is, out of any being a victim and even becoming a perpetrator, is never forget self. Because no sword, no stone, no magic can protect self like self can. And that's something that's... no one will ever take that away from me ever again.